my loves, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Seema. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something really interesting, but before I actually get into our subject matter for today, please ignore the stowaway in the back. I have like my laptop and like other stuff back there and like a sweater. I have like a house. I have like my like tenant, like just ignore it. Ignore it. Welcome back. How are you? In this video, I wanted to discuss something that all girls go through. This is like for the girls. So if you're a guy and if you're on my channel, like this video literally does not apply to you, so you don't need to watch. Thank you so much. So I want to talk about something that a lot of pretty girls go through, and that is the issue of like jealousy and other girls being jealous. And I usually like to go very far out in my content. My content is very far out. I'm very far out. I'm not from this planet. We know this. But I'm going to kind of bring it back in this video and try to reach an audience that may apply to this kind of topic. So if you're a girl who has struggled with putting herself out there because you are worried about what people think of you, or you're worried about jealousy, which is something that like a lot of girls face from other girls and other women, which is like ridiculous and just so mind-boggling to me, because like who's gonna protect us? Like who's gonna help us if we're all like against each other? Who's gonna be on our side? You know, like men and women think very differently. So if you're a girl, if you're a woman, and if you think the same way that men do, in the sense that you're comparing yourself to other girls, or you're comparing girls against each other, or pitting them against each other, like, you're just no better than a man. You're no better than a man. And I just really have to say this because, like, personally, I, like, think that it would benefit all of us as a society to see each other as, like, brother and sister. But since that's not the case, I'm going to tell you my perspective. The way that I see women is literally I see them as, like, older sister, or like someone that I can like take example from. Like I respect women to the point of always feeling like I'm younger than them. I always feel like I can take example from them. I can learn from them. I love women so much. I respect women so much because I'm a woman and I know the struggles and how difficult it is to exist in a society that is structured for men. We live in a society that is run by men, structured by men. The fiat is created. The men created the fiat, like literally. Like now we have another male president. Like it's just insane to me how male dominated our society is. And at the same time, men want to complain about women and get upset when women are like in their feminine energy, or like to be sexy, like to show out, like to be themselves. And like especially red pill Twitter. Like I cannot with like red pill Twitter, and like I don't want to go there, but I can't, because I'm just going to end up ranting in this whole video, and I'm already like ranting a lot. But it's just insane to me that like there's not more compassion, not just for women in our society, but like for everybody in our society. Like we're all just doing our best. Do you understand that like we all like Like, do people understand that? Like, we're all gonna go to the grave? Like we all bleed red? Like, do people know this? Like, I don't understand why there's such a huge separation among people and division across race, gender, culture, group, femininity, masculinity. Like, shut up. Like, everybody just needs to shut up. Everybody needs to shut up and, like, open the Vedas, baby. Like, open a text that, like, unites humanity as one. Because literally we are. And that's the truth, and God knows this, and unless we are on God's level of intelligence and kind of seeing the world from his perspective, we're going to be lost to ourselves forever. Like, we're not going to ever tap into the fundamental genius that we are. Each person. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. All of these things, all of these 3D things are just a reflection of what's going on the inside. And we know this, and more people would know this, and more people would know quantum physics if we had generalized education around the condition of the human being, the human condition. And it just blows my mind that we're still stuck in like different movements. Like, okay, like, I'm sorry, but do you guys understand that, like, every single radicalized political movement is just that? It's a political movement meant to divide you, meant to separate you, meant to keep you in certain ways of thinking that allow for separation to continue. BLM, BIPOC, LGBTQ, like, I cannot. Everybody needs to shut up. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm just not kidding. Because it's just insane to me. Like, and I understand the concept of privilege, like, please, okay, like, if you want to go there, we can go there. Let's go there. Let's talk about privilege. Why the heck does privilege exist? Because there are minority groups that are excluded from benefits that certain other groups get, right? Who are the majority. That's why privilege exists. The fact that we focus on privilege so much makes it even bigger. It causes an even bigger divide among humanity. The fact that we focus on gender so much creates even more of a gender divide and a gender gap. There are real world economical issues that stem from gender gap, and that's, like, for example, pink tax. Like, the fact that these things exist, I'm telling you, our society is patriarchal, okay? It's run by men. And pink tax exists for that reason, to continue this perpetuation of separation. They don't care. The people in power, the people in charge, the people who write these tax laws, they do not care about human beings. They do not care that pink tax exists. They don't care that, but then they'll go and create, like, these groups. Do you understand what I'm saying? They'll go and create these, like, political psyops to continue to brainwash society. So now we have to pay pink tax, like, for women specifically, or people who identify as women. And also, pink tax will continue to exist. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, separation is there. We're feeding into it. We're taught to focus on it. And it's not going away because the people that are making us focus on it are the ones writing these tax laws. So, in actuality, baby, this is all a game. It's a very well created game to get people to focus on separation instead of unity. And it's done purposefully. Why do you think why do you think wars were fought over religion? Because religion focuses on God and religion is peaceful? No, because religion is politics. Get aware. Like, I want people to get aware. And I was just kidding. What I said before, this video is for men and women and anybody who identifies as anybody, because you want to know what? People need to know that everybody is of the same class and category. We all bleed the same. We all bleed the same. So let's focus as a humanity, as a global society, as a humanity, on what is actually important, which is what? Which is unity, which is creating laws that unite instead of separate or diversify. The fact that there is so much diversification starts getting ugly when laws are imposed to create more of a focus on diversity. Instead of diversity being celebrated for how it adds up to unity and how it actually creates unity, right? Instead of that happening, laws are put into place to get people to focus on the separation aspect of diversity. Diversity should be celebrated. And also, like, there's so much, I just really want to say, like, our society is hyper sensual. I'm just gonna say that. And there's so much of a focus on sensuality. You open Instagram, it's like, I feel like I would need to wash my brain. Like, I feel like I need to clean my brain. Like, after just, like, opening, like, any app. So, like, I just don't open apps. Like, personally, like, you want to see my screen time? Let's see my screen time. Does Seema actually go on social media? Let's do, because this is the way to protect your mind, guys. Let's see. Daily average, 36 minutes. Like, I'm not on my phone. I'm creating. You know what I mean? So, like, in the same way, I want you guys to become very autonomous and very mentally independent, where you don't have to be brainwashed. You don't have to be brainwashed. You can just create, you know? Like, this is what I want for you guys. So that's why I'm on your screen yapping it up. You're gonna get continued yappification from me, because humanity needs help. Lots of help, lots of spiritual help, because people are broke, people are depressed. Like, when I say broke, I'm talking in all ways. People are broke mentally, they're broke spiritually, they're broke financially, like, they're broke physically, because they give off their life force energy in different ways. I don't want you guys to be broke in any aspect or any regard. I'm here to tell you what I practice and what I've learned and what I do. And I'm not perfect by any means. Nobody is, least of all me. But all I can do is just give you what I have through my videos. So this is what I have learned. What I have learned is that everything has been perpetuated to feed young minds, growing minds, different agendas, right? And everything is political. And You know, there are powers that want to keep you broke and stupid and brain dead and depressed. Who benefits from you being depressed? So many people, so many systems. When you're depressed, you can't think independently. You can't think creatively. You can't be yourself. You can't be free. You can't create. You can't create a business. You cannot create work. You cannot create videos. You cannot help people when you're depressed. You are literally like a leech. Like, you need help from like every angle and every direction. So you're a sponge, right? Even of information, you're a sponge. So it benefits every single type of power that is in place for you to be depressed. That's what I like to remember whenever I fall into places of depression as well, because I'm a human being. And I always try to remember that I can be a huge powerhouse. Like, one person can change the world, just even from like changing the mindset of like one person. That's already creating world change. And if I refuse to step into my own leadership capabilities, like, and I allow myself to continue to be depressed, nobody is benefiting from my existence. Like, this is what I try to tell myself, you know? So I want you guys to move through the world with this in mind, that you are literally a walking powerhouse. One who's connected to source, to God consciousness, is more powerful than millions who are not. Because when you're not in the receptive mode, when you're not in alignment, then you're just out here doing whatever, thinking whatever, scrolling whatever, you know? And that's what most people are doing. Most people are parrots, puppets, repeaters. Like, they repeat reality, they regurgitate reality instead of creating reality. And the way that you create reality is from your consciousness, from your intelligence, from your beauty, from your creativity, from your originality. Like, it's very important to be a trendsetter of your own life, you know? Don't let anybody dictate your life. Try to minimize your ability to be influenced. Like, try to keep that to a minimum, you know? So either you're influencing or you're being influenced. So try to influence as much as you can. You know what I mean? That's my advice. I've seen like 5 cats out here today. I just love it. And I saw like 5 turkeys like back there. Spend time in nature, because nature will clean you up. It'll cleanse your mind. It'll cleanse your aura. It'll cleanse your vibrational state. And when you are alone, like, I really preach solitude. Like, this is something that I practice, and this is something that I preach. Not solitude for the sake of solitude, but solitude for the sake of inner growth and expansion, which can be done through meditation, through quieting of the mind, stillness of the mind, through focusing on nature, through becoming one with nature. You know, like, this is our power. And so when you limit your power by being around people too much, getting involved in other people's affairs, like taking on other people's like pain and burdens and baggage as your own, then you can't serve properly. You cannot be a powerhouse because you're lost in the sauce. You know, when you're around like busy places too much, it gets dense. Your aura gets dense. Everything infiltrates your senses, your eyes, your ears, you know what I mean? And you're feeding yourself all of this like dense energy. And so if you do that, you know, cleanse. If you have to be around like busy places, cleanse. How do you cleanse? You can use any of the elements to cleanse: water, air, fire, earth, or ether to cleanse. You know, you can cleanse via your words. Like, we are magicians, we are spellcasters. Everything we say is going to come back to us. Every thought we think does return. Like, no thought is returned void, because our thoughts are things. They are actual tangible things. They are synapses that are created in our mind. So just understand that, like, and why are thoughts things? Like, why? You know, like, okay, they are, but like, why? Let's think about that. Because God has given us the ability to create. So when we create chaos for ourselves, which most of us do because we regurgitate reality and we focus on the thing that we don't like, so we create chaos for ourselves, well, then we're still using our power. The law of attraction, the law of, like, all these laws of the universe that exist, basically the law of magnetism is a better use of that phrase. It's just listening to you. So, you know, your power is not diminished just because you're creating something that is uncomfortable for you. You just have to understand that you've created that. And so you can uncreate it, you know, and create something else in its place. Like, we are so powerful. Any moment we can choose to change the course and trajectory of our identity and therefore our life. It starts with your identity. It starts with who you are. When you don't change, nothing around you changes. Unless you change, nothing around you changes. So change. Be the change you wish to see in the world. This is not just a phrase. Like, Gandhi did not just like come up with this. You know, he practiced this. And again, political figure, political leader. I'm not endorsing or supporting. I don't endorse or support anybody except myself and God. Not even myself. Screw me. You know what I mean? Like, I just endorse and support God. Because that's all I can do. Like, that's like the only figure that I can be behind fully, you know, and say that I support. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If you found this helpful or interesting, comment down below. If you practice any vibration of jealousy, negativity, anger, like you are making yourself sick, rewatch this video if you need to. Understand that metaphysical laws always apply to you, even if you don't believe them. Let me know your experience with any of the things that I mentioned in this video down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Like this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.